All right, I have here a C# program that I have made. I'm not going to start here, but I'm just going to start in the main. Basically, what this is this is an abstraction of a graph that has nodes, and each node is a person. Each edge of this graph is a relationship. So this is a great way to network relationships between people. I made this at the request of a friend of mine who kind of inspired the idea. Basically, we have this here, so we're making just 3 people, just part of a test case, and that's our main just our main program. First, what we do is we make new person attributes. What are these? Let's go to our attributes file. Basically, these are the attributes tied to a person. So we have our gender, age, which is really just tied to a date of birth or an estimated date of birth, a location, which is like where do they live, where are they from, kind of thing. And then it puts all of those together in a structure, and you can initialize the structure in different ways. It is done that way for potential extendability later, if so desired. So it goes through, it makes those attributes, and then it makes a new person node. You find that here in the person graph. It's this class, which at the moment doesn't do anything. It doesn't have any methods, but it does contain the data for both the attributes, when the node was updated, so how recent is this information, can we really trust it, and then the relationships are there, and it's just a list of other people nodes, basically. And this is all contained in another class called the relationship graph. This is what tracks things with unique IDs. You add people to it. You add previously created people, and you can remove people, and then print everyone in the graph, whether they're connected to other people or not. So basically, what this main program is doing is it's going through and being like, okay, let's make some new attributes. It does this helper console function, and it just goes, what's the name, what's the age, gender, and additional notes. So it's only a subset of the information that could be tied to it. So there's been some things with the structs that help assist that. And this is a static method. C# is weird. This is effectively a function. I'm not a fan of it, but that's the way it is, I guess. So what it's doing is, it's just calling that function. It's returning new person attributes based on console input here. And it's just calling that function for each person that's created. There's a lot left to be desired, but let's see it in action, because it's neat and it does work. So we're going to make person 1, name of the new person, let's call it Jerry. Let's say age is 22. Gender is male. Additional notes, we'll say does not like Tom. Okay. It immediately just, the way it's set up right now is it's just telling us to make person 2. So let's go ahead and make Tom. Let's make it, 77. Gender. Let's say we, just for the meme, we'll say Tom. We don't know what he is. And he does not like Jerry. And we have one more person. Let's say LOL. Age We'll say its age is 1,000. Gender, we don't know. LOL. LOL. So this is just showcasing, alright, we have some spaces and we can see it generates a random internal ID and it regurgitates us basically all the information we put in. So we see Jerry, 22 years old. We see it's approximated because we didn't have a date of birth input, so it's really just approximating a date. So it does that same thing here. And then it does work for large integers up to a certain extent, as long as it doesn't overflow time, because that does happen. So I've capped it to 1,000 years because realistically, who are you going to be working with here that's over 1,000 years old? Yeah. So that's the program. Not super exciting, but this was my first dive into C#, and as I am finding out, I really don't like it, so it's probably going to be my last.